Hello everyone and welcome to this new video. I'm Ombra and today we will talk about the change we got live on the server from today, and I will give you my opinion about it. This video gonna be very hard, guys, I don't wanna lie. I have all the change in front of me and I have divided all the change in 3 categories. The first category is the useful change that change the game in a positive way. The second is irrelevant change that don't change the game in any way and are therefore useless or waste of time. And the third category is change that are damaging the game and are an insult for players who have supported this game from years. All the people that already follow me from long time know that I'm really objective when I make a patch review like that, so I'm gonna try also this time to be very objective. And for take that in a positive way, I wanna start with the point number 1, the useful change that changed the game in a positive way. The first positive change is about the respect item, in particular for legendary and for epic commander. In the past, for upgrade a commander that don't start from mythic level after the respect 10 or for epic after the respect 5 was very hard because the item lose a lot of value. In the new patch, the value of the item increase a lot, or better, don't decrease like in the past. Previously this item was dropped from 100 of value each item to 30, and now it's from 100 to 70, so you have more than double the value. So it's a lot easier to increase the respect of the commanders. In my case, for example, before the update I'm not able to reach the respect 11 with lures with 193 item, where now after the update with the same amount of item I'm able to reach the respect 12, and that is a positive update. Then another positive change is you don't need anymore a specific item for ascend a commander, but you can use every single item you have, and it's not important what commander you wanna sacrifice. If you have a bad commander that you don't wanna use, for example in my case I have Isildur, I don't need it, I can use for ascend. So you're not forced anymore to use a good item for the commander you want to ascend. Another good change is the amount of skill point you got in total for your commander. Now at the respect 10 you can max 3 skill if you reach level 50 with your commander. That's give more possibility even to free to play, maybe low spender, not free to play, to have 3 skill max and be more competitive in the meta. For a player like me, a normal spender, not big spender, it's a big change. Then we got a change on price for forging a relic. You don't have a change on the price for refine, it's still the same, but if you have to create a new unique that I cannot show you right now because I don't have a unique to create right now, the cost now it's only 10 of mithril, and if you have unique where you have already invest mithril, you're gonna get refound for the cost of difference. As you can see, I have 109 of mithril. Before the update I got just 29, I think. So with this new mithril, for example, I can choose to make the quest of Cestaro and unlock the unique of Cestaro and then upgrade that also. Then talking about specific commander change, we got Saruman that receive finally a good skill called End of White Council that is very strong and useful. It's good for deal damage, it's good for remove the White Council, it's really strong and makes Saruman a good commander. And then on a good side we have a change that we don't test on the PvE, but the skill is looking very promising. A skill of damage of 300, physical damage on 2 enemy, having cushion, and also decrease the damage received from the commander formation with more attack. It's a good skill for Legolas that already have 2 skill for damage dealing, and that make Legolas a lot better. So this kind of change in these 2 commander are the change we deserve and we need in all the commander. And this is the full list of the good change we got in the new patch. Now we're gonna talk about the irrelevant one, the one that no one need and have no effect absolutely in the game. First of all, I wanna talk about the scaling with the command of like 100 skill during the PvE that now on live server. As example, we can talk about Urukai Elite of Lurtz that now scale with command, but it's not relevant. Lurtz don't build command, that skill is not changed at all. Or also skill like the White End that now have scaling with command, but is a skill that are completely useless. So a lot of commander like that receive scaling in a skill that have no point to be used because the commander in general have a kit not possible to be used. Look, every skill have scaling with the the command, scaling with the command, scaling with the command, but if you increase with the command a effect that inside the game have zero impact, you're gonna have always zero result from that skill. It's completely useless give them a scaling with the command if the skill can't be used cause it's useless. And the problem is we got 2 good rework on Legolas and on Saruman, and all the other 69 commander get only rework like that, very bad rework that don't change nothing in the game. So the meta is not changed for this reason, cause there's no real rework on the commander during the PvE, a PvE that have to be done for just rework the commander, and that is crazy in my opinion. Can't show you all the command, but you can push one random command, you go on that and you're gonna see scaling with the command, scaling with the command, scaling with the command, all the single skill now scaling with the command. But if the skill are useless, again the scaling doesn't change nothing, you know that. Also troop damage is still useless, you didn't change that, increasing by 15% the damage of the troop. If a Dane deals 200k of damage in one single battle, you need at least 4 formation for deal the same damage with a troop commander. So the solution is not increase by 5% on 10% or 15% the damage of the troop commander. You need first nerf Dane, second change the mechanic of the troop, and third balance the skill around that. So we can say of 71 commander that you have inside the game, now 2 are reworked correctly, like 9 are playable cause they are already playable first than PvE and the new update, and all the other are still unusable. And that is not a state where you want your game. You want the game with at least 70% of the commander are usable, not meta top tier, but usable at least. And now for last, the hot point that everyone talking, the change that are damaging the game in my opinion and also insult the community. Let's go straight to the voucher, cause it's the main event of this update. 2 weeks ago the devs put out an announcement where they promise a respect refund voucher, and all the community was very happy about that. You make the community really hope for a better future, for have chance to make a commander that he want. Everyone was in a very good mood, and that gets ruined when 2 days ago you pop out the announcement of the voucher and how that works. Everyone expect a refund system where you got the voucher and you can just move the respect from one commander to another, and a system like the 2.0 system where you receive instead of respect item a box where you got a universal respect item that you can assign on the other commander for increase the respect of the new commander that receive change, for example. But instead you give us a useless refund voucher that give 10 respect item only from one commander. It's acceptable that you give a different voucher for each commander, but at least give universal respect. So if one player choose to sacrifice 10 of respect from each of the commander, at least can have respect to reassign on a good commander. This event just give the same item, so you can remove the respect from this commander for give them back after 1 second if you want. This is completely useless and is an insult for player that won't play this game, but seems like you don't want that they play this game. So the only way for utilize this, if you wanna change the commander respect, is go in this market and exchange it. The problem is if you sell an item of respect, like for example let's say this, you receive 16 voucher for this item, but if you wanna buy this you have to buy at 40 vouchers, so you have to sacrifice 66% of your respect just for change that. Also the limit in terms of item you can buy is crazy. You can buy 10 of that make no difference at all on the respect, so you have to wait 2 months maybe for make a single level in a Zenith commander, for example. It's crazy, it's completely crazy, guys. Of course all the community talk about that and we make a lot of posts about that with thousands and thousands of people that react to that, but the devs seems don't care about that. For now at least there's no reaction. They remove the announce of voucher but they implement that anyway, so we get ignored for now. And I think how it's possible that if the devs know that that all the community don't think it's a good update, why you do that? The game is made for the community. If the community don't want and don't wanna play that, there's no reason for update that. It's a stupid moves in my opinion. And there's other bad news in this update, cause they also release a new commander for the evil faction, is 𝒆𝒚𝒘𝒐𝒓𝒅𝒔. When the commander get leaked, everyone talk about the skill and we all agree that are not effectiveness in the meta. It's impossible impossible to play this commander, and the devs, even with all this negative feedback, decide to release the commander exactly as they made previously. So we have no real change on the skill, we have a change in terms of scaling, of course, because have to be with command like all the other skill. We have a change on the end of Evil that increase the percentage of stun and decrease the damage, so the good part of the skill is decrease, and nothing important at all. So, and is a kit that have no sense to be used in the current meta, because you have two skill completely useless, you have one skill that is useful, of course, you have a stun chance of 50%, it's very good, and also increase the damage with the CC. In a meta with the CC, it's one skill, and this skill you can use versus White Council, is decent. So you have 1.5 skill for an entire commander that you have to increase from 0. Probably the 99.9% of the community don't gonna buy this. You have to release commander that people want, not commander that no one gonna use. So it's not a move for be money grabber, it's just a move for don't gain nothing, and I don't get why. So guys, these are the principal change we got in this new patch. We have also a change of the statistic of the troop, but nothing of really relevant, because also the troop are not really relevant right now. So I'm not a guy that want to criticize everything. When you did something good, I'm always recognize that, but this time you did wrong. You did wrong in different point. Please listen to the community and change that. Work more on the commander, make a real change, and listen to the community. This is the only very important thing. Listen to the people that you want to participate at your game. For the people that watching my video, I hope you enjoy this video, and I hope that we're gonna have a very good update in the future. Let me know in the comment what you think about that, and if you have feedback for me or for devs. Like always, I wanna remember you, if you still intend to spend money on the game, I have an affiliated link with the game that allow you to buy gems from the official site, and if you choose to use my link, you're gonna support directly my channel. Again, thank you for following me, and see you in the next. Woo!